Hello and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. Last time, the students of Mihama Academy were on a beach trip. Yumiko, of all people, sat and was not in the water because she didn't want to, while she was accompanied by the principal, who couldn't swim. And so Yumiko learned a few words that the principal apparently said to be words of power. However, when Sakaki tried to use them on Yuuji, the results was somewhat lackluster, and Yuuji was so really unaffected by it. Now, let's continue. This might sound odd coming from someone who's still pretty much a kid in mind as well as body, but it seems young people these days don't wear wristwatches. That's actually true even today. All the way growing up, I started wearing a watch essentially when I was, I think, 8. It was a birthday present. Like was little. It was a pretty cheap Donald Duck. It was a blue strapped Donald Duck watch that someone, I think it was my mother that bought it to me. But ever since then, I've pretty much always been wearing a wristwatch of some sort, going from a digital one to a more classic one later. Also, when I'm out as a soccer referee in my weekends, I need to keep track of time because not all the stadiums that I visit have a timer that you can just refer to. Also, I need to keep track of time anyway in case there's stoppage time and all of that. So I've always been the type to have a watch, if not on me, then at least close by in some form. It isn't where people growing up. It was more normal to get phones. I remember in my school back in it wasn't, most people didn't have cell phones, at least not in my school, till they were around 13, 14. I think I got mine when I was 13, and that was essentially I got the phone that my dad was using, but then he got another phone through his work and passed his old phone on to me. So it was never for me. Like people have addictions to smartphones with all their apps and such. That have never been a problem for me because my phone is a phone. That may sound pretty odd, but I don't use my phone to browse the web, to watch videos or anything like that. My phone is only for sending messages, receiving calls, and occasionally take pictures of things that I need to convey in non-word file formats. So checking the time has never been on a cell phone for me. It has always been a flick of my wrist where I could see what the time it was. Now, I haven't exactly been measuring, but I think just flicking your wrist like that is actually a bit quicker than diving into a pocket or a bag for some people that have clothes without pockets. I couldn't imagine such a world. To grab the phone, see what the time is, put the phone away again. It's just a flick of the wrist and another flick of the wrist, and you've seen the time essentially. So it has always been, for me, the idea of keeping time has always been sort of semi-important. Either way, That was a bit of a sidetracking story. Sorry about that. Just got a little carried away, but that happens. Even the cheapest mobile phone has a digital clock built in, so I guess they don't see any reason to bother carrying around a separate tool for the specific purpose of telling time. Of course, like a good modern youngster, I myself constantly carry around a personal cell phone. The difference is that I almost never use mine, yeah. I don't really see the appeal of racking up a huge phone bill by firing off pointless text or killing time with aimless gossip. To be honest, I tend to view phones in general as a means to receive calls rather than make them. Ditto on that. Cell phones allow us to talk whenever we want, and that's an undeniable convenience. But on the other hand, they create the expectation that you'll answer the phone at any time. The way I look at it, that's about as inconvenient as it gets. From the inside of my school bag, currently hanging next to my desk, I hear the muffled sound of an unpleasant electronic jingle. The bag wiggles slightly as something vibrates inside. That's a powerful vibrator. My cell phone's ringing. The only person who knows my cell phone number is JB. Judging from the way the phone stops ringing at once, this was probably an email. And as a rule, JB contacts me through actual calls. I don't think she sent me a single email to date. More spam. Odds are it's junk mail. Still, I can't just ignore it. There's a non-zero possibility that JB is using email to contact me under circumstances where talking would be impractical or dangerous. But when I open my bag and take a look inside, the LED alert is flashing on my private cell phone, not the one I use for work. I click my tongue lightly in annoyance, just to be on the safe side. I slide the phone open and take a look at the email. Subject, it's Kyoko. And who the hell is Kyoko supposed to be? The mail is from the Leisure Club, and as for its contents, it seems a bored and lonely housewife by the name of Kyoko, age 32, is willing to give me pocket money if I keep her company. The very model of a spam email. This sort of offer is about as credible as Hanoi Hannah's throw away your gun, GI, and you, our benevolent Uncle Ho, will give you a paddy field and your very own water buffalo. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Best to remember that unless you want to get taken for a ride. Forget a free lunch. These days no one's going to give you air if they can charge you for it. I'm slightly irritated at myself for even reading this worthless crap. The way this sort of trivial annoyance tends to pop up several times a day is one of the major reasons I don't particularly like cell phones. Ah, bad boy, Yuuji. When you're in school, you got to keep your phone in silent mode. They're going to get angry if it starts ringing in the middle of class, you know. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. You have a cell phone? Hey now, I'm a modern youth in my own right, you know. Of course I've got a cell phone. Oh, okay then. Want to change email addresses? Why? What do you mean why? We got cell phones, so it's only natural to exchange email addresses. It's like the way the white-collar businessmen swap their cards. Everyone does it. That effect. What you guys up to? Just trying to convince Yuuji to swap addresses. Only chance you have a cell phone? Is it really that surprising? To be honest, you come off as kinda old-fashioned, Yuuji. Maybe crotchety would be a better word. I pretty much expected you to be completely out of touch with this sort of youth culture, you know. Yeah, what she said. Kinda feels like you'd start waving your walking stick around if we brought this stuff up. Relying on machines is for the weak. Get off my lawn. Something, you know? Just what do you people think I am? Makina stares at the cell phone in my hand with eyes full of wonder. It's the expression of someone who's found a caveman holding a cheap cigarette lighter. Why am I getting the idea that these people just might be calling me a Cro-Magnon Kazami behind my back? Anyway, this kind of is a special occasion. Let's trade numbers and emails, okay? I have no clue what's special about this occasion, but revealing my confusion now would probably only encourage their Cro-Magnon theory. This is a cell phone for my private use, so I suppose there's no reason I can't give out the number and email address. Alright, I'll read out the number. What was it again? What? You don't even remember your own cell phone number? It's not like you tend to call your own cell phone, right? Also strange about not knowing it off the top of my head. Do you not have any friends or what? A certain quack doctor once said, it's better not to make friends with patients. Because most of them will be dead soon or something? Okay, so how do I make this thing display my own number anyway? I mean, I'm not that technologically behind. I know my own number well. Also because I'm pretty good at remembering number sequences. It's not like you need to hunt around for that. Why not just send it us using infrared? The heck is that? You know, infrared rays. You can use them to send another cell phone number, your number and email address and stuff. All your personal info. Didn't even know it could do that. Let me see for a sec. I'll do it for you. Very well. I deposited my cell phone in Makina's outstretched hand. Oh, what's this cell phone caveman doing with the top-of-the-line model that only came out 4 months ago? You got some nerve, kid. Mind your own business. It's not like I picked the thing out. I've just been carrying around the one JB gave to me. Okay, ready to transmit. Amanda said yours to receive. Hey, Makina, how do I do this again? Makina's face says everything about it. Well, I've done it before, really. It just sort of slipped my mind. Looks like I'm not the only cell phone Neanderthal around here. Jeez, give me yours too, Amanda. I'll do it for you. Sorry. Makina takes the cell phone from Amanda's hand, points the infrared port toward my phone and transfers the data. Okay, we're good. What? Is something wrong? The number and address are the only thing that transferred over. Only 10, haven't you registered your name and profile on this thing? Don't know. I don't remember messing around with any settings since I got the thing, so probably not. You serious? Come on, it's a pain in the butt for the other guy if you just send over a number. At least put in your name for crying out loud. Haha, cell phone caveman. I don't think you're the one to talk. Okay, how's about I put it in for you? Guess I don't mind. Okay, Yuuji. There. What's your birthday and blood type? What? Why would you put stuff like that in there? Well, it's possible to send all that info over Android. It's sort of like an electronic business card, you know? You can send over a picture of your face too if you want. Not necessary. The name should be enough. You think? Well, okay. Now that's taken care of. Let's send it over to my phone too. There. Nice! Transmission complete. I'll send my number to your phone too, Onjan. Infrared data transfer, huh? The world's become a convenient place lately. That sort of comment is exactly why you're known as the cell phone caveman, you know? Hey, Makina, while you're at it, send my number to Yuuji's phone as well. Aye, aye. Okay, perfect. Which would mean it's my turn now, yes? And where did you come from? It seems Sachi was observing our conversation. She's tightly grasping her own cell phone. Fortunately, I myself have a cellular phone, just like the Kogels once hear so much about these days. By all means, let's exchange data. Kogels? I really don't think one hears much about that subculture these days. Could my understanding of Kogel be referring to that 90s fashion with loose socks and dark makeup be mistaken? Do you have some objection? You too, eh? To be honest, I don't really want to spread my email address around too much. A constant barrage of messages would be a serious nuisance, but... You'll give your contact information to Amanda-san and Makina, but not to me? I don't understand. Am I perhaps being bullied? No. Oh, Sachi can be pretty... She could be pretty scary when she's staring at you like that. It's no wonder Michiru is being handled by her. Oh well. If you have some other reason to deny this information to me alone, please give it to me straight. Should my failings be within my power to correct, I assure you that I will do so. No, look. If the color of my eyes offend you, I shall pluck out my eyes. If the shade of my skin irritates you, I shall flay myself from head to toe. Now then, please be brutally honest. I must know, in what respect do you find me lacking? Okay, you're seriously scaring me right now. I'll give you my number, so just stop. What? No, Now it feels as though I've dragged it out of you by force. Oh man, I really want Sachi to know my number, and my email address for what that matter. I want to tell her so bad it's driving me mad. Please, Sachi, allow me to give them to you. By all means, my goodness, Kasumi-san, you're really quite the tsundere, it would seem. You are purposely fluttering me for your own pleasure, yes? Is that sort of sadistic roleplay to your liking? Oh God! Yuuji tried to come up with a solution, but it almost can't work. Hey, Amane, tell me, can I flip out at this point? Why are you asking me? Well, whatever. Go ahead and shoot infrared rays around. I don't care. Okay, here it comes, Sachin. I'm shooting everything I've got. Where do you want it? If possible, on my face. Amane, tell me, can I hit these people? Why do you keep asking me these things? Oh, Michiro. And just as my patience meter is falling into the red zone, there's a flash of vivid gold in the corner of my eye. Hey, hold it, bottle blonde. But what? What are you doing? Don't tell me you want to know my number too. What are you talking about? Are you an idiot or what? Why would I want to know your phone number? What a completely ridiculous suggestion. The lady doth protest too much, methinks. For one thing, there happens to be a cell phone in her hand. For another, she started sneaking up on us all stealthy-like. What's more, it would appear the phone is currently set to receive data. Were you perhaps hoping to intercept errant infrared rays from the side? Shut up already! Don't go stealing a look at my cell phone screen without permission, or... Says the girl who's trying to steal someone's phone number without permission. What's the big freaking deal? There's a simple reason for this, for your information. When I kidnap your daughter, I'm going to call you to demand the ransom. That's the only reason I ever wanted it. I've met quite a few villains in my life, but this boulder kidnapper is a definite first. Sorry to disappoint, but I don't have a daughter. If you want to know Yuuji's number, why not just ask him for it? Shut up, you! I don't even want to know this guy's number. Hurry up and give it to me. What? Oh, Sundara, yeah, of course. Which is it? In the end, Michiru thrusts her cell phone toward me in a virtual panic, so I transfer over my number. Not really a problem, since I don't think she's likely to use it anyway, but at this point the majority of the class has my contact information. The only one left would be... Hey there, Sakagi. I call out to Sakagi, who's currently sitting in the corner of the classroom, impassively reading a book. Do you need something? You got a cell phone too, I assume. Here, record my number. I don't think that will be necessary. Alright, then give me yours. Why? That seems even less necessary. Very necessary. When I kidnap your daughter, I need to be able to get in touch so I can demand the ransom. Fork it over. Just to let you know, I don't have a daughter. Is there some reason you don't want to give me your contact information? Not really, but I don't have a reason to give it to you either. I want to know. Does that not qualify? Sakagi closes a book with a resigned expression and gets up from his seat. I'd appreciate it if you could refrain from sending me pointless messages. As she speaks, Sakagi takes out a cell phone from the pocket of a uniform and holds it out towards me indifferently. What? You're giving me your number after all? You do want it, yes? As I said, there's no particular reason I need to keep it secret. Could we just get this over with? Yeah, sorry. Hey you, I need my cell phone back. What? Give the damn phone back already. I need to register Sakagi's number. Huh? Sakagi-sen's? Really? Yeah, really. What's the big deal? But, I mean, Sakagi-san hasn't even given us her number yet. Why are you the only one? Probably because she finds you annoying. Huh? What, really? Did Sakagi-san really say that? Hold on, I didn't say anything like that. Well, you do kind of seem like the type to send people completely worthless messages, Amane. You know, on the toilet now, just don't want to come out. Though, boo-hoo, with a crying emoticon at the end. The hell I would! What's up? We're discussing We're discussing shit? In the middle of a sentence, Makina's sandals squeaked loudly. No, we are not. Do not even think about it. I would not send a message like that. Speaking of shit, has everyone heard? The way those sandals keep squeaking strikes me as a little unnatural, but everybody seems to pay, but nobody else seems to pay it any mind. Absolutely no shit anecdotes. You people, I swear, can you stop starting shit at the top of your lungs? How old are you? 6? You're shouting it yourself. Okay, do not make a game out of this. Sorry, this is my fault. Everyone, please, stop talking about Amana's shit. Don't bow your damn head! Stop acting like you're cowering for my mistake. Really though, maybe Makina needs a new pair. Those things are really noisy today. Okay, let's all calm down. Yeah? What were we talking about again? Well, what was it? Right, Sakaki-san's giving Yuuji her phone number. I was just a bit surprised. Huh? Yumiko willingly gave out her cell phone number? What's gotten into her? I'm thunderstruck. I'm thunderstruck. Me too, Sama. Thunderstruck is the word you were looking for. I knew that! I did that on purpose. I was testing you. Yes, I'm sure you were. Don't give me that look. You really piss me off sometimes. But it's certainly true that Sakaki-san giving out her phone number is quite the rare occurrence. I myself was turned down in the attempt. It's nothing like I really meant anything by it. It's just something I'd like to keep private. And yet it seems that you're giving it to Kasami-san, correct? It's not like there's any deeper significance to that. As Sakaki stumbles over her words, Makina slides up to her, then slaps a hand down on her shoulder with a light thump. You're aiming for Oni-chan. Well, I can't blame you. He's a cool guy, you know. Just for your information, I really do not enjoy this aspect of your personality. That effect. Anywho, this is a special occasion, so let's all take down Yumi-chan's number 2. Yeah, it is a special occasion after all. Well, it's not like I'm interested or anything, but I guess it can't hurt. Indeed. Hey, my cell phone. Sakaki reaches out desperately, but it's already too late. Her brutish classmates have adopted her phone and proceed to take turns bombarding it with their infrared rays. Why are you glaring at me? What do you intend to do about this? What do you want from me? We're the playthings of the moment. No point in trying to resist. Give it up. I suppose I have no one but myself to blame for this nonsense. I was stupid to play along. Stupid. Don't be mad. For the record, I meant what I said. I really did want to know your number. Do you have to put it that way? You're not playing fair. Show me a man who plays fair and I'll show you a very talented cheater. I don't know about that. Okay, all done. We all got your number now, so you can take back this dull black turn off of a cell phone. I'm so sorry you don't find my phone sexy. Give it back already. Yeah, sorry about that. By the way, we'll put our numbers and email addresses into your phone while we're at it. Feel free to message me at any time, okay? No one asked you for them. Hey! Sakaki grabs her phone from Amana's hand, quickly turns her back to us, then stalks off to her seat. I guess we might have been a little too pushy there, huh? Being a little too pushy every once in a while isn't a bad thing. I don't think Sakaki is as angry as she's letting on, to be honest. I hope you're right. Well, I guess I may as well try sending her an email sometime. You do that. Oh, and what I said goes for you too, Yuuji. Give me a message anytime, okay? Yep, if the mood strikes me. Amana hands over my cell phone. The contact section, previously completely empty, now contains all of my classmates' numbers and email addresses. After all that fuss, I got the complete set. But I wonder if I'll ever actually have the chance to send an email to one of them. In the first place, I've never really messaged people before. Of course, I've communicated using email programs on a PC, but up until now I've never bothered to send one from my cell phone. Wow, okay, it's bad. Since you're using a keypad instead of a full-size keyboard, it's a time-consuming nuisance to enter the right characters. And more importantly, I've just never had any reason to do so. Until now, I guess. So he's got one of the old ones where A, B, is C, and D, E, F are together, I guess. And so I sank a little deeper into the morass of the modern world. As I mumbled to myself, cell phone still in hand, a fuzzy-headed little creature pops up before my eye. You sure are popular, weren't you?
What are you talking about?
Everyone was trying to get your cell phone number, you know?
Yeah, but their real goal was clearly to amuse themselves at my expense.
Even you, Machan?
In her case, I was the one looking to amuse myself.
If you tease Yuuji too much, she might just explode, you know.
Oh, that sounds interesting. If she's got enough power, I might be able to sell her to NATO as an anti-personnel weapon. What kind of explosive yield are we talking about here?
Megatons! Tunguska class for sure!
This is getting better by the second. She'll replace the tactical nukes as the endgame weapon of choice. Hell, just let people know that you've got a Sakaki and foreign nations will watch their step.
Right.
What's the matter? You seem a little down. Feeling tired after all that ruckus?
Nuh-uh, I'm fine. It's nothing.
Hey, Makina? What was that about?
Makina was acting somewhat strange, even at the time. I had the general idea that it had something to do with me. Her expression was almost like that of a young girl, the older sister watching in pouty irritation as her father was monopolized by the youngest child. As if she wanted to draw my attention but couldn't figure out how. I had an older sister myself and remember pulling something similar with my mother once or twice, so I sort of understand that type of jealousy. But in Makina's case, I wasn't convinced that was the heart of the matter. At this point, I didn't have any answers, just an open question. Don't tell me she was sulking for a childish reason like that. But several days later, that suspicion would be proven correct in a completely unexpected way. Ooh, interesting. Having finished up an after-school trip to the supermarket by the station, where I picked up 3 days' worth of food, I'm briskly making my way back to the dorm. The contents of the plastic supermarket bag dangling from my hand: 6 cans of vegetables and beans, a head of lettuce, a box of corn cereal, a carton of milk, and a bottle of oolong tea. If Amana happened to see this assortment of groceries, she'd probably get on my case about my tragically bland diet. Not that I can really argue with that description. The thing is, though my appetite is borderline defective, I almost never get the urge to eat anything in particular. Since I don't have much in the way of preferences, my simplistic food choices are only natural. It's not really something I can change about myself. There were stretches of my life where my diet consisted entirely of hard old bread, so crusty I had to soak it in water before I could sink my teeth into it. Compared to that, anything seems delicious. My private cell phone begins to buzz in the pocket of my uniform, emitting that familiar electronic jingle. It's just as unpleasant now as it was the first time I heard it. More spam was my first thought. But after my classmates seized my email address a few days ago, I began getting messages from them relatively frequently. The most frequent sender would be Amane. Her messages are often, "Where are you, ATM?" type inquiries about my situation, followed by, "What do you want to eat tonight?" style survey questions about the dinner menu, which tend to leave me racking my brain for an answer. And finally, "Limited time sale, 4 p.m. today. Buy a pack of large eggs from Shoei," and other requests to run errands for her. Mixed in with Amane's frequent messages, I've also gotten mail from Sachi. Things like, "I have discovered a beehive hanging under the roof of the PE warehouse. I'm sending this message in the hope that you might be able to assist in the extermination." That one's a pretty typical example. They tend to be polite invitations to join in unified peacekeeping operations around the school. Well, since those messages at least approach meaningful communication, they're comparatively not too bad. After all, there was that one email I got from Michiru that arrived in the middle of the night. After opening that particular message, I stared at the screen blankly for a good 3 seconds before finally cocking my head to the side in a rare gesture of complete confusion. The mail's contents: "Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, die, hate. A simple litany of angry words. And although I tried to remember whether I'd done anything to offend Michiru lately, no satisfactory explanation presented itself. Which isn't to say nothing came to mind, of course. If anything, so many things occurred to me that it was hard to pin down any one in particular incident that might have inspired her wrath. But when I met Michiru the next morning and brought it up, apparently while in bed that night, some stupid mistake she'd made a long time ago popped into her head. Unable to sleep from irritation, she'd taken it out on me via email. And the mistake in question? Back in elementary school science class, the teacher had asked everyone to name any fish they could think of. So Michiru raised her hand energetically and shouted out, "Sushi," earning the ridicule of her classmates. In other words, pretty much the most idiotic thing in the world to be losing sleep over years after the fact. Imagine, if you can, the exasperation and exhaustion I felt. Anyway, among all those messages, the only one to make me laugh was sent by Sakaki. I had assumed I wouldn't get a single email from her in the first place. So it was a bit of a surprise just to receive that message, but the real issue was its contents. To be specific, the message contained all four letters. Test. Of course, one could interpret this as a condensed form of more expressive message. We've got a Japanese test tomorrow, don't we? Yuuji, are you studying like you should be? I'm just hopeless, you know. I was just getting started, but my room started looking really messy all of a sudden, so I spent all this time cleaning up, and halfway through my yearbook from middle school turns up. I was totally cute back then. Oh my god, for real, it's adorable. I'll show you sometime, okay? Bye, Yumiko. But somehow I think not. Probably no. Pretty much definitely. She sent it solely for the purpose of confirming that the email would be delivered properly. That sort of methodical caution is, for its own sake, seemed very much like Sakaki. I sent a concise received in reply to her message, and haven't received another from her since. Well then, who is it from this time? I opened the email folder on my phone with a feeling of mild embarrassment, but the title of the message is an instant letdown. Will you be my papa? From the title alone, it's pretty clearly spam. I have no idea where they get my email address, since I've never given it out to anyone but my classmates, but this sort of garbage arrives at a pretty decent clip. I work for a company in the business of information, and we got a pretty nice database, but sometimes I think a bunch of people trying to sell me phony Viagra might have the superior intelligence network. While reflecting on the spammer's frightening abilities, I pressed the delete button, but at that moment my eyes jumped to the name of the sender, and I paused in utter confusion. From Irisu Makina. Makina? I cancelled the deletion command, opened the bizarrely titled email, and quickly look over the contents. Hello, this is Makina Unichan. Allow me to express my sincere congratulations on your continuing good health. In conclusion, this constitutes a formal announcement that you have officially leveled up from Unichan to Papa. Thank you very much for my consideration. Yours truly. It's complete gibberish. The writing is all over the place. There are all sort of strange typos, and not a single word is capitalized. Also, I have no idea what any of it is supposed to mean. Level up? Papa? What is this girl talking about? Well, I wasn't expecting any message from her to be particularly well composed, but this is just too incoherent. Judging from this, I think it would take quite some time to unravel the mystery if we communicate through email. I type out a quick reply. I don't understand. Let's talk, face to face. Okay, send. Awkwardly tapping out a few short words, I send back my response. Makina replies arrived in less than a minute. Jawohl! Why German? Does she want to meet in Valhalla or what? Yeah, that's not German, but... Anyway, it's pretty obvious that finding the girl and talking face to face is the only way this will get cleared up. Of course, even then we're dealing with Makina here. Smooth mutual understanding may be too much to hope for. But at the very least, communication in person has none of the lag time of text message, and unlike a phone call, you can give the other party a good smack when necessary. I hurry back towards the dormitory and my conference with Makina. 15 minutes later, I pass through the school gate on my way back to the dorm. As I'm cutting through the courtyard, I observe a bizarre object a little ways off. The rounded, soft-looking object in question lies slack on the brick-paved ground. To be more specific, it appears to be the corpse of a little girl. Or, if you'd prefer more idyllic phrasing, a young woman seems to have fainted. This can't be happening. I let the plastic bag fall from my hand on the spot and rushed to the girl's side. With every stride, her outline grows clearer until at last the figure of the collapsed individual comes into sharp definition. Unruly curly hair that sticks out in every direction, a face as round as a dumpling, and the trademark touch of stupidity, knee-high socks of 2 different colors. In every particular, it's Makina. Hey, Makina, what's wrong? Makina is stretched out limply on the ground like a marionette cut from its strings. When I lift her up by the shoulders, her mouth flops open to reveal a white stick. What's this? The thin white stick emerging from her mouth is clearly man-made, and it seems to be protruding from the depth of her throat. At a glance, it looks like the stick from a lollipop, but that can't be right, can it? Wavering between belief and doubt, I thrust my fingers inside Makina's mouth and pinched the white stick in question. I give it a hard yank, but whatever it is, it's lodged there pretty firmly. God damn it. Working against my brute force attempt, the stick is not only short and difficult to grasp, but also slippery with Makina's saliva. It looks like it should pop right out, but it doesn't budge. I'm reminded of the legendary sword and the stone. Little punk, is this a trial? Pull me out if you can, and you'll be recognized as the hero of legend. I again grabbed the white stick with my fingers, then gave Makina's back a harsh thump as if encouraging a baby to spit out something inedible. As Makina lets out a violent cough, like a consumptive heroine from a Victorian-era novel, I pull the lollipop, mandarin orange flavor, free from her throat with a wet pop. Thought I was a gunner for sure.
Okay, how the hell did this happen?
Well, I was just thinking I'd kill some time licking a lollipop until you showed up, Oni-chan, but then I got sleepy all of a sudden and,
Don't fall asleep with a stick hanging out of your mouth. It's obviously dangerous. I mean, how old are you again?
I'm truly ashamed. I mean, if I hadn't happened to pass by here, might she have ended up suffocating to death? Want it? As if deliberately demonstrating her complete indifference to my concerns, Makina casually offers the same lollipop that I pulled out of her throat mere moments ago.
No.
You sure? Okay, I'll eat it.
Cut it out. You do realize you almost suffocated on that lump of sugar just now, right? Don't eat lollipops when you're moving around. They can kill you if you fall.
Oh?
Don't just sit on the ground. Eat the damn thing later.
Jeez, what's with all the nagging? You're acting like I'm an
Don't put half-eaten candy into your damn skirt pocket. You're going to turn it into a sticky mess.
You're super mad. Hilarious. Yeah.
What's so funny, punk?
I might be noticing this a little late in the game, but is this girl mocking me? Calm yourself, Yuuji. This is the way she is, right? Don't let her get to you. I press a hand to my forehead, heave a long, heavy sigh, and firmly rub my temples.
And? You're planning to explain what that email was about?
Oh, email?
Don't play dumb. I'm talking about this. I take my cell phone from my pocket, slide open the screen, and hold it out so Makina can see. It's displaying the incoherent message she sent me just a few minutes ago.
It means exactly what it says, literally.
And I'm telling you, I don't understand what it means. That's why I'm talking to you about it.
You got reading comprehension problems, Oni-chan? Japanese too tricky for you?
You really shouldn't talk. Anyway, just tell me what you're trying to say here as thoroughly, concisely, and bluntly as possible.
Okay, please be my papa.
Papa?
Yeah, that was definitely the title of the email as well, but no, wait. What does she even mean by that?
Tell me something, Makina. When you say papa, do you mean a papa or...
Yeah, that's right. I want you to be my papa.
What the heck? Are you seriously asking me to become your father? Or are you talking about more of a sugar daddy type deal? You're looking for money to play around with, and you think I'm going to give it to you?
Nah, that's not it. I don't want money, you know. You got it all backward, actually. If you'll be my power, I'll give you money.
The hell?
I'll give you money, so please be my papa. What the hell is that? Every step I take in this bizarre conversation seems to be taking me farther and farther away from understanding the situation.
Okay, hold on. Think this over calmly, Yuuji. There's still a possibility I'm making some ridiculous mistake here. Before blaming others, carefully consider the possibility that you're the one who screwed up. I had that one beaten into me enough, right? Can't go forgetting it now. Okay, Makina, let's calm down and talk this over, alright? Why do you want a papa exactly?
Well, thing is, I don't have a papa right now, you know.
Why not?
'Cause my old one died.
I see. Sorry to hear that.
So, anyway, I've actually been planning this for a while, you know. I've always kind of wanted to find someone to replace my dead papa. But thing is, no one really clicked or whatever. I'll just let that slide away so I can edit it out. Everyone seemed a bit wrong for the job. So, yeah, I looked around a whole lot, but I couldn't really find anyone who could become my papa. But then, you know what? Conveniently enough, the right man comes to me.
You're talking about me?
Quick on the uptake, aren't you? A gold star for you.
For the record, I'm mildly pissed off right now, but whatever, go on.
Well, I found my man, but if I just said please be my papa all of a sudden, he'd just think I was a weirdo, right? And I didn't want to jump too early and find out later I screwed up. I'm not that sad of a woman, you know?
Okay, I think you meant to say shallow there.
Qa'Rajh.
It's Anomalocaris. No, never mind. Let's leave your pronunciation issues aside for the moment. Keep going.
So anyway, I decided to set you as my big brother for the time being, see how you handle that. Once I knew for sure you were the right choice, I'd make you become my papa.
That's the level up?
Indeed it is.
A long, heavy sigh spills from my mouth. She's trying to buy herself a father? I absent-mindedly massage the area between my eyebrows. I've developed a headache all of a sudden. Family isn't something you can buy with money. Doesn't everyone understand that? Then again, there are people out there who think they can erase their families with money, so I guess it's not surprising the opposite delusion exists as well. But more importantly, what in the world am I going to do about this one? Look, Makina, you seem to be working off a mistake premise here. Let me clear it up for you, okay? A father isn't something you can replace with money.
Huh?
Spare me the Hasn't anyone told you something like this before?
Well, you see, my dad died when I was still young. As a result, I'm afraid my grasp on the subtleties of the matter may in fact be slightly shaky.
What about your mother? She didn't explain any of this to you?
Nope. Mom hates me and all.
I see. I guess that makes sense then.
Well, what do you think? Will you be my papa?
Your papa, though. When you say papa, what exactly are you expecting me to do?
You don't have to do anything different. Just keep doing what you're doing. Protect me from harm, take good care of me, and love me. That's all I want.
Did I ever protect you from harm? Or take good care of you for the matter? And apparently loved you on top of it all? News to me.
If anything, I feel like I've treated her pretty roughly at times. Familial love is the strongest love of all, right?
Hard for me to say. I don't have a family, so I can't really comment.
In that case, the both of us can figure out this family thing together. I'll be your daughter, okay?
Figure it out, eh?
They do say life is one long learning process, but in the first place, am I really qualified to play this game? Can an irresponsible man like me call himself someone's father? Does a piece of trash like me have any right to... Feeling uneasy? It's a brief sentence and her tone of voice is casual, but all of a sudden it feels like my heart is being squeezed tight in my chest. Uneasy? Yes, that's probably a good word for what I'm feeling right now, if a bit of an understatement. Do I have the strength to keep this girl safe? Don't worry, I got money, for real, look! And if people could stop being so active on Steam, that would be nice. Makina reaches into her skirt and pulls out a number of crumpled, bent 10,000 yen bills, along with some smaller change. When I count, it comes to around 86,000. For a kid's pocket money, this strikes me as somewhat excessive. If it's not enough, I got a card too. The next thing to emerge from her skirt pocket is a gold card issued by a major credit company. Compared to the premium or unlimited black cards, I suppose it's something of a toy, but definitely not the sort you'd expect a kid to be carrying around. Hey, Makina. Well, that's all I got right now, but if I talk to Mom or Grandma, they'll give me a lot more money, I promise, so don't worry, okay? The golden plastic card quivers in her hand. What if he says no? In that slight, uncontrollable trembling, Makina's terror of rejection is all too clear. I think I understand now why she's trying to buy my affection. She simply doesn't know any other way to get what she wants. This is probably how she was raised. When she went to her mother to talk about her troubles, she got a wad of money. This should take care of it. That was how she learned to solve her problems. And she never had anyone to teach her that was wrong. What can I do for a girl like this? What can the likes of me possibly do for Makina? So this is actually where you begin to branch off into the each girl's actual branch. Now, since we want the good ending for all of them, it's essentially built up so you go through the main story, then this is the first choice, and saying no to one girl, in this case, means that you are moving on to the rest of the story. And then there goes some time where you are sort of waiting for the next girl to emerge with a similar kind of request, and with that request you sort of go off and again say yes or no, and you continue on. Eventually, so it's not like you have multiple choices at once with multiple girls. You essentially have to go to one girl, say yes or no, and if you say yes, you follow that girl. If you say no, you continue on with the main story in quotation marks, and then you get to the next girl, and then it sort of goes over again anew. And essentially, rejecting all of the girls lead to a bad ending, which I'm not going for in this playthrough. I'm going for the good ending with all the girls. So, what we will do is that we'll stop the episode here, and in the next episode we'll continue onward with the regular story, but I'll make a different save point here so that we can come back and take Makina's route. So for now we shall go into here, and then we shall this is our main save, so we'll take it here and overwrite this, and you see it just says choice here. So I guess next time we'll either take Makina's route or we will not take Makina's route. I'm a bit undecided on that. I think logically it will make more sense to follow Makina's route, since she's the first one that comes up with a choice here. So I think we shall do that. And just make two for the sake of it, actually. So next time, we shall begin Makina's route. But until then, take care.